I thought you were going to put on the theme tune.
No, we usually do a wee bit before the theme tune.
I just wonder why you're looking at me. It's Christmas!
I actually had that on the thing. Geez, that was loud. See the waves.
I tried not to do it as loud because you looked at
Probably
me
should have
funny.
held the mic back a bit. I tried to do that recently at a gig. Remember our gig last week? And I used that soundbite. I was like, what does Noddy Holder say when his teacher pronounces his mate's name as Triss during the roll call? And he goes, "It's Christmas."
That's right. Oh, miss.
And nobody really got it, as in his name's Chris.
It was quite convoluted, but I appreciated it.
Definitely convoluted. That's can't agree more.
It's like long and windy to get to where you needed to get to. Do you know what I mean? I think
Like
that's
a convoluted road in the countryside.
That's it.
We do
so
this.
we do what?
The theme tune.
Oh yeah, sorry.
No, finish what you're going to say.
I thought you went. We do this as in like, and then you were going to continue something else.
Will we do this?
Yes. That's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You agree?
Yo, it's the old and John. Back with the podcast and we get it done. Am I right? But we about to go live with the big ordeal. So yo, connect your ears to the big headphones. Brand new segments, jokes and drugs. Here's your one from Derry. It's hard to be illegal in Macaberry. She owns Katya, he can't catch ya. Put the hole you want like bam, bam, bam. He's so funny, eggs be running. He make you smileys from County Danny. Gal, jump over your wall like a free fall. Make a coffee of tea. She was on the BINTM and he was on the IGT. It's time for the podcast. 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 It's time for the podcast.
It's because I looked at my laptop there, and you know we come up with. We're playing a Christmas game later on, and obviously we were coming up with 5 things. I numbered them 1, 2, 4, 5, and I only have 4.
Of course you do.
How did that happen? I'll figure it out before we start it.
Welcome to the podcast.
I was looking at it going, there's definitely 4. I've written down 4 things, but we're supposed to write 5, and it's because I numbered them wrong. I didn't know how that happened. I must have got distracted.
You must have. December 19th, we're 6 days away from the big man coming down the chimney.
Yeah, and do you know what, it was supposed to be our staff do the night, because we said in last week's podcast that it was our staff do the night, but unfortunately I have work tomorrow now.
Well, fortunately.
Well, fortunately and unfortunately at the same time.
What can you do? It's just one of those things. Do you know what I mean? It's with our line of work as well. You just take what's coming to you. You know, you could, like, I could get a phone call now and I could be in a comedy club tonight.
Aye.
You just don't know. Chances are slim, but you never know.
I know, but then we still might do like a mini something. We might do something.
Yeah. Every day is our staff day.
That is it.
Because we're madly in love.
Are people on their staff days normally madly in love? People on their staff days normally hate each other.
Yeah.
Like staff dues are normally when, like my friend was on her staff do about 2 weeks ago, and she was saying that like one of the fellas just kept buying rounds and rounds of tequila for everyone, but nobody would drink them because everyone was like 50 plus and was like, no, I'll have a sore head tomorrow. But everyone was blocked anyway, so he just kept drinking all the tequila himself. And then someone's husband came to pick them up and commented to one of the women who was there, who was at the Christmas party, who worked in the office, and was like, geez, I didn't recognise you there with your mobile phone to your ear. Meaning as in, you're always flat out, you know, organising and, you know, whenever I come into the office, you've always got your phone up to your ear, you're working loads. But she took it as, oh, I never speak to anybody and I'm rude and I've got my phone to my ear so I can ignore everybody. So she started crying.
No way. Your friend did?
This is Susanna's friends from work. Right. They started crying. That woman started crying or something. And then the woman who owned the man, like the woman whose husband that was, then she started crying because she was so embarrassed. This is Susanna telling me, and I was like, I have never heard of anyone crying out of embarrassment. Like somebody crying because they were embarrassed. Is that ever? Do you know what that's?
No, I don't think that's ever happened. That's unbelievable.
Yeah, but that's what she was like. Oh, that girl, she just started crying because she was so embarrassed. And I was like, that doesn't happen.
No.
Who gets teary over embarrassment?
I've heard of sympathy tears, but
yeah, because tears are from sadness or happiness, not embarrassment.
Yeah, no, that's a weird one.
I know.
Freaking hell.
So that's how staff days normally go.
Staff days are normally atrocious, aren't they? Like, see when I get a booking, see when my agent rings me and he's like, you've got a staff day at the weekend,
Mm.
you're like, it's 100% for the money. That's the only reason you would do it.
You did a tricky one last week, didn't you?
Yeah, just the bottom of a restaurant. No microphone, no stage, nowhere to plug my keyboard in.
I physically couldn't do that, no matter what money they were. I know it's like, you know, you're getting paid well and all, but I don't know if I could do that there.
I was standing there 10 minutes before, and they were all coming in and sitting down, and I was just going, in 10 minutes, I'm literally going to have to shout and entertain you for the next half an hour.
Like, that's mad.
I know.
In the middle of a restaurant. And
in the middle, and you know as well, if you're ever on a staff day, I know we're self-employed now, so we don't really get that opportunity, but if you've been on staff days in the past, you know it's awkward and uncomfortable, and people know each other, but it's probably
that's
the first
how ours
time.
is too, though.
Pretty much, yeah. But it's weird because people only ever see each other in the office or in their place of work. So when they see each other, maybe with like a different uniform on, or do you know,
You don't recognise them as well, yeah.
It's just that everybody's weird. Everybody's probably trying to be somebody they're not, and they're being sort of false in a way too. So you're almost up against it from the very beginning, and it's harder for them to loosen up a bit. They maybe haven't had that many drinks yet. Maybe they don't want to have many drinks because they don't want to embarrass themselves.
That's not how staff do's go. Everyone gets blocked.
You never know.
But I think as well, because you're in the middle of a restaurant, most of the people in that restaurant are not on that staff do.
Yeah.
You know, they're there. It wasn't like a room, was it?
It was just a restaurant.
But you've done a couple of them where you've been asked to go to restaurants and gig, but it's for a
Yeah.
specific party. And I wonder how the restaurant owners feel, or like the managers, like, you know, if you're like,
I think they welcome it. But it's
It's
bound to be weird for other
strange,
people who
yeah.
are dining in the restaurant who
like
have
if you're at the table,
no, do they
Yeah.
listen? Do they laugh along? Do they just ignore you completely? It's just too weird.
like if you're at the table right beside that group of 20 people that are at, you know, a big table that are being entertained, like what if you were at your dinner and you were like breaking up?
I know.
Do you with somebody and there's just like, you're like breaking up and you're crying, but you're pissing yourself laughing at the comedian too
Yeah.
at the same time in between it.
Or he slagged you from a distance and you're crying out
Yeah.
of embarrassment.
Yeah.
Callback.
Yeah.
But they're just the strangest of things.
Mm.
I don't envy somebody who's going on their staff day this weekend or in the next few days.
Do you know the way when you were in school and if you saw like say you saw your teacher outside of school,
Yeah.
you almost didn't recognise them because you had them, like you never seen them in the same place, like you're saying about people in an office or a working environment, then you see them outside of that in a staff do, and it's almost like they look different. Do you know what I mean? Like the way if you saw your teacher, you just thought of them as like a boring old teacher, but then you might have seen them in Sainsbury's and you were like, oh, you're.
Yeah,
Because
that's
I
true.
remember me and my friend a couple of times ran into our maths teacher in a bar, like whenever we were like 17, 18. He was like he wasn't our maths teacher at the time, but he was maybe our maths teacher whenever we were younger, and then we would see him out in the bar and he was just like a normal man, and we were like, you're just actually a normal person, you know.
It's weird when you see people too, like your old teachers, and you don't know whether to call them Miss or Sir,
Yeah.
or their name or their first name or their Mr. whatever, Mrs. whatever.
I imagine they have like a go-to phrase or something that they would say if somebody 20 years younger than them says hello. I think they always just go, oh, hello, how are you keeping? Or, you know, they
Yeah.
probably act as if they remember you because they have to, you know, because you maybe had one teacher in a year, but they had however many students,
Yeah.
you know.
If you meet a teacher or an ex-teacher or your old teacher on a night out, and you tell them your name and what year you were in their class,
Yeah.
chances are they're gonna squint and then go, yeah,
Yeah.
and
And
then
then-
they'll just move on.
And then they can follow it up by going, and how's all the family? And you're like, you
Aye,
don't
aye.
know. Who you talking
don't
about?
know. I know.
What's my brother called? You don't know.
No idea.
Yeah. But that's something like if in staff do, so people outside whenever they see each other in their staff do, be like, is that why people end up going with each other? Because like, she or he's not that bad looking, you know.
Well, if they
With
don't know if they're
overalls
male or
often?
female, you know, chances are they're not going to try it on.
No. Yeah.
He or she actually looks well tonight. Hey,
That was me, not them.
you?
It was me saying like he or she.
Oh,
It
right,
looks
right. You're
decent.
not transgender though.
No, but I'm not suggesting that somebody can determine whether someone's a man or a woman.
How many letters are there now in the LBGTQP or STUVWXYZ group thing now? Joe, the way it's like every time I see it online, they've added a letter at the end.
Well, that's just because there's more ways to identify with yourself as than there used to be. No, actually, there's the same amount of ways, but there's more ways that we know that are brought to the forefront now. Do you
I've
know what I mean?
seen recently there was it a rugby player or somebody playing Aussie rules or something?
What's Aussie
and-
rules?
Like a mixture of Gaelic and rugby, but played in Australia.
That's the name of the game. Aussie rules.
Aussie rules, Australian rules football. It's barbaric as well.
Was it?
Yeah, have you never seen or heard of it?
We
No,
batter each other.
aye, pretty much. But there was a girl. I think she played that or else rugby or something. But she used to identify as a male, and when she went through all the operations and stuff, she still had so much like testosterone in her body. She was an animal. Do you know what I mean? She was just bothering people and stuff. And then there was a whole debate online on whether or not that should be allowed. Like, I think it's different if a female becomes a male. Like, I think a female who became a male recently became a boxer and they won their first fight, which was really impressive. But that's because they have a lot less testosterone in their body
Yeah.
and less muscle mass, I think it is as well.
Yeah.
So it's like,
do you mean
do
is
you
it
allow
is
it
that
if they're
fair?
yeah, like, do you allow someone who used to identify as a female who's now a male, do you allow that because chances are they're punched above their weight? Or do you just say no, or do you just let anyone that's free for all? And do you know,
I don't know. I think it's down to real technicalities, isn't it?
It is.
I really don't know. I think that
there's no right answer. I don't think it's
I
it's a
mean,
tough one.
for instance, all men have different amounts of testosterone in their body too. Are we now given a measurement of it's only this amount? People are only allowed to play Aussie rules or rugby or whatever if they have this amount of testosterone or less. If you have more than this, then it's too you'll be too fiery in the field. So that's like getting rid of anyone who has too much testosterone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just that there obviously is that unfair advantage when there's someone who used to be male who is now a female playing in an all-women's team. Like, 100% they're worthy to be there because they now identify as a female.
Yeah,
but
of course.
they are so much stronger than...
Well, I mean,
actual
I know
females.
men that I'm stronger than. I'm looking at one.
Thanks, Diona, thanks. You said you wouldn't bring that up this week.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
I
I
know.
don't think it's a general rule of thumb that all men, just because, yes, like biologically you have more muscle mass, pair, whatever, doesn't mean that all men are physically stronger than all women. I could beat up loads of boys right now.
Could you?
Yep. And I will. Hold my mic. You know what I mean?
Should it not be a Michelle?
My mic.
Do you know what I mean? It's really going overboard, isn't it?
You're going overboard right now.
I know, but it's they're interesting points because Santa as well have brought up recently that Santa should be gender neutral.
Well,
and it's like,
I
Jesus
read
Christ,
that
when does
article
it stop?
and actually that was a loaded question, that article, because what they asked was I don't know the exact wording, but it was a loaded question, like, what could we do with Santa to modernise Santa in a gender equal world? It was something like that. And then of course
Just blown out
it
of
was
proportion?
like no, but it was like they were giving people, this is the answer we want, by giving them the question. It was a loaded question. So when you go, oh, if that's what you're looking for, I don't know, maybe make him gender neutral, maybe call him a feminine name and have two. Well, no, like, it wasn't just like, how could we improve Santa? Because if that was the case, then you'd go send him to the gym. He could be doing with losing a few pounds. Or, do you know what I mean? Or
Yeah,
tell
yeah.
kids that they only get what their mums and dads can afford, or whoever's looking after them.
Yeah.
That was a loaded question. So I don't think people were looking for there to be a gender neutral Santa or to be a feminine Santa. I think that was fucking clickbait.
Yeah.
Just somebody doing something so they can... I love reading like the Waterford Whispers and all one too, where they're all like the Isle of Man's changing its name and all, and I think that's
Yeah.
funny,
They're
But,
great.
but then whenever you see websites doing it for just pure clickbait, you're like, fucking wind your neck in.
I know.
That's all it is.
And there's enough of them about at the minute.
Aye.
The girl that wrote the article, was it a girl that wrote the article, or
I don't know.
you've no idea? I wonder, did she like write it and email it off, or did she like write it and then put it in the fire and then it went up into the sky?
To Santa.
Wait. That's me doing a wink to the
I
camera.
thought you were going to try and do that's what she said, and I was like, mate, you have confused yourself today.
No, not at all. That's coming down.
You've
the
started to
chimney.
do it wrong.
Yeah. Right, let's get into games. What do you
Yeah.
fancy playing first?
Let's do Google search.
Do you want to Google search first?
Let's do the Google search.
Okay, here we go. No, here we go.
Well, she's typing in the search on Google, but she's stopping only halfway through. And is trying to finish her sentence for her, but he hasn't got a fucking clue.
What?
Do you know every week, when I record my own podcast, I use this bottle most of the time, and see if you're ever podcasting or if you're ever doing anything live on stage or anything.
Yeah.
Don't do that for starters because people think it's rude, but try not to have a bottle screw top. Just have like an
'Cause
open.
you can't screw it open.
Because you screw it open, and then you swallow, and then before you know it, the jingle's ended, and you're just standing there in the lurch going, "Give me a second, lads." Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's almost redundant this week. We're live we go out on Facebook Premiere, by the way, every Wednesday night at 8 o'clock. So if you're listening to this podcast and you've never seen what we look like before, it's definitely worth checking it out.
Also, this podcast is brought to you from Lapland. If you haven't guessed by our surroundings, that's where we are.
Yeah, Lapland, aka the Comedy Cabin.
Yeah, which is in our driveway.
Yeah.
Sean built the cabin. Here, so while you're on, when I type, so my
On his own, by hand. Peter Kay.
What?
Remember Peter Kay used to say about the dishwasher? He's all, yeah, your mum used to have to load the dishwasher on her own.
Yeah. Very
You
good.
used to have to manage with a car each.
You don't know you're born.
Yeah.
So I don't know why I've only got 4 answers to this when earlier on there was 5.
It's just simple.
But like one has disappeared on Google search. So I've typed into Google, why do elves
Why do elves
suddenly
suddenly appear?
No.
Yeah.
Why do elves
Why do elves? Did we did this last week?
No, it was something else about elves. Actually might have been reindeers.
You shouldn't have done elves again.
But I was trying to keep it Christmassy.
I
Never
know,
hang
but
elves.
there's more than elves.
It's
do you know
not.
what I mean?
It was like if I was typing in, why does Santa, and then it was like Faye have loads of sunlight. Why does Santa Barbara? It was places. It wasn't even Santa. Why does Santa Barbara's
do you know what you
bars
call it?
close early?
Why does Santa Claus?
Oh, you're gonna guess them?
Do you want to start this podcast again so you don't look as simple? No, he all right?
No, I'm so cold in this cabin.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay, come on. Why
It's a
do
good job you're wearing
elves?
3 layers. You have my eye out. Why do elves? Why do elves? Why do elves dress in green?
No. Good one, but no. Think more about their appearance. Why do elves?
Dress?
No.
Have pointy ears?
Yeah, that's the top one.
I'm pretty sure.
So she's typing in the search
Ah.
bar. Google.
I'm pretty sure we did this one last week.
That is how bad my memory is if we did, but I don't think we did. I think we did about elves, like...
By the way.
Funny if we did.
That's what she said.
Right.
So I'm sure we did this one last week.
Why do elves hate?
Why do elves hate Mrs. Claus?
No. They like her.
How do you know?
Well, she seems dead on.
Why do elves hate Easter?
No.
No?
No.
Why do elves hate
Other small beings?
leprechauns?
No, keep going.
Children.
Ones that are not fake. No.
Children. Not fake? I don't know. Put me out of my misery. My mind.
Dwarves.
What?
Why do elves hate dwarves? And when I looked it up, one person wrote, have you ever tried to clean dwarf beard hair out of your upholstery? That's why.
No, that's not having that at all. That's
Well,
brutal.
Why
Right.
do elves...
How many? Is that 2?
You've got 2.
Oh, Jesus.
There's only 4. Because there's not a 5th one this time.
Right, okay. Why do elves associate themselves with Christmas?
Nope.
Yeah. Why do elves have,
No. So,
go,
no.
want, leave, list, live at the North Pole in Lapland at Santa Claus's house?
For so long.
What happened with the camera?
I don't know. Was it your...
My cameras just went off for some
Is
reason.
it your battery going?
Yeah, probably.
So the light's going down?
We'll see how we get on. Why do elves
Live so long.
So, why do elves live? What? This is.
One more. And you'll
Right.
never get this one.
Just tell me.
Why do elves travel to the undying lands?
No, that's. Are you sure you've
Yes,
spelled
because
elves correctly?
elves are like from Lord of the Rings and stuff. So I think that's what most of these questions are about. But that's what happened. What do you want me to do? Control Google?
Use a different thing.
No. That's the one I've chosen.
All right.
You failed. That you didn't measure
Right.
that one.
Terrible game. Let's play What Am I Whistling to make up for that because that was absolutely
Just
catastrophic.
because you didn't get them.
I know. Hold the mic further down as well because it's making a bit of a buzz.
It's
There we
electrocuting me
go.
to
That's
get
it. No, it's not. Right. What am I whistling?
Mm.
What am I whistling? Let me know. What am I whistling? Won't you tell me so? What am I whistling? Let me know. Let me know, let me know, let me know, let me know. Wise up, just tell me.
Right. So what we're going to do a Christmas themed What Am I Whistling? So
Yeah.
we've googled here Christmas number ones for the UK, and we are gonna
For the uck.
we're gonna pick a song and whistle it, and the other person has to guess what it is. So do you want me to go first?
Aye. Please.
Okay. Okay, here we go. This might be a bit hard.
Ah. Don't make it hard.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
Right, here we go.
Oh, I don't know. Do you want to do it again? Can you do it faster?
That's what she said.
Right, here we go.
No, I'm not going to get it.
He ain't heavy. He's my brother.
Oh,
That was Christmas
Sean. I
number
know, but
one
try to choose a Christmassy
in
one.
2012.
What?
Yeah, they're all Christmassy. It's Christmas
Right, here's
number
my
ones.
one.
Do you want
That was a false start, by the way.
A false start?
Yeah, we both about it at the same time.
Feed the world.
Where? And do you know when that was number one? The year I was born.
1989 it was.
Also in 84.
What do you mean? It was Christmas number one in 84 as well?
And 89. And 2004.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's interesting.
So, but it was like Band-Aid and then Band-Aid 2 and then Band-Aid 20 years later. 84, 89 and 2004.
It's like Die Hard. It's like Band-Aid, Band Harder. Starve Longer. Band-Aid.
OF.
Band-Aid,
Okay. So, very good. Well done. That was
Yeah.
wonderful.
Do you know what I'm going to do, right? This is impromptu, shall we call it? I've arranged this, but I haven't told you about it. But I'm going to list a few different things, and you try and tell me what they actually, like the reasons why we have those at Christmas.
Okay.
Sound good?
Yep.
Okay, so the first one, why do we put a tree up at Christmas time?
Because. This is a very interesting one.
Isn't it?
Yeah. We put a Christmas tree up because
Not me and you, I mean
Yeah.
in general, humanity.
Gifts used to be left under the trees outside, but people were stealing them. So they brought the tree inside, and now they're safe.
Right. You're good at making things up.
What?
It sounded like you know
What
what,
is
you're
it?
talking about.
Did you think I had a proper answer at the start?
I thought there might have been an inkling there, but the reason is pagans used to use branches of the fir tree to decorate their homes in winter to make them think of the springtime to come in the future.
Right.
Isn't that quite interesting?
So what's the Christmas element of it about? Just because it's winter?
Yeah.
Okay.
To show them like a tree that maybe doesn't have snow and stuff on it, and it has all its leaves and it's
Next!
blossoming. Next one, why do we use wreaths at Christmas time?
Oh, is it something about bad souls or ghouls or something, trying to keep them away from your house?
No. No.
What is it?
They are to represent Jesus' crown.
Ah!
So the wreath is the crown and the red berries are the blood.
I can't believe that he wore a silver glittery
I know,
crown.
I know.
If
Isn't that
it's
weird?
like ours.
I know. With holly and stuff on it
Yeah.
and
Unicorns.
bits of snow. It's nice. So why is there a star on top of the tree? Come
Oh, well,
on.
the Star of Nazareth.
Yeah, Star of Bethlehem.
Bethlehem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
well
a
done.
bit. Yeah.
At first, a figure of the baby Jesus was put on the top of the tree, but over time it changed to an angel or a fairy that told the shepherds about Jesus, or a star like the wise men saw. The first
Yeah.
Christmas trees came to Britain sometime in the 1830s.
How weird would it be like a wee thing? Also, I went, how?
Wee baby Jesus.
Yeah,
I know. Like, what do you put the top of the tree up its hole, or what?
you
know what I
must
mean?
do, yeah. Right,
It's
its
weird, isn't it?
throat.
I read a joke on Twitter. I think this was a couple of years ago, where somebody says like, I put my tree up myself at the weekend. And it's like I haven't been able to walk properly since.
Very good.
It's a very good one.
Yeah.
Right. Why do we have presents? This is pretty easy.
Because the wise men brought myrrh, gold, and frankincense.
Myrrh, not mirror. They weren't
Myrrh?
going, oh, geez, look at yourself. Aren't you so cute? Look. Myrrh. M-H-Y-R or M-Y-H-R. It's myrrh.
way.
Did you? No, don't.
No, but I didn't think they were bringing him like a beauty mirror to go like have a joke at yourself. I think
the
they
Billy mirror?
brought him in,
You like save that? That's from the day you were born, frame it.
I thought they were bringing him like mirror, like maybe it was valuable, because like mirror might have been. No way. So what's mirror?
Don't know. I think it's myrrh, M-H-Y-R, I think. And then myrrh is also like a mare, like M-A-R-E is a female horse or something, isn't it?
Yeah, of course.
You dirty mare, you.
So mirror, that's mad. I never
Hold
thought
the mic
that.
down, we touch. There we are. Next one.
Right.
Why do we have stockings? I have
You told me this the other day.
Right, okay. So there's no point in you guessing then. According to tradition, the original St. Nicholas put gold coins in the stockings of 3 poor sisters. One night the girls left their stockings drying over the fireplace, and St. Nicholas knew the family was very poor, so he threw 3 bags of gold down, or 3 bags of gold coins down the chimney, and the money landed in the sisters' stockings. Then they could go on to marry, as it meant their father had something to give their future husbands, because in those days you had to sort of
Yeah.
say, take my daughter.
Here's some cash. But
Here's
that
some
must
cash.
be where the chocolate coins come from. The wee bag of chocolate gold coins.
Yeah, probably.
Aye.
Yeah.
How mad's that?
Or that's actually like legal tender in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Yeah.
So if you go to the chocolate factory, you could probably pay with those
Yeah,
coins.
You pay your admission.
Next one, mistletoe. Why do we have mistletoe at Christmas?
Because everyone deserves to get off at Christmas time.
Close. So the plant actually has an association with fertility, and during the Roman era, enemies at war would reconcile their differences under the mistletoe. There's actually, do you know what? I've got 2 or 3 different. I've got 3.
Just give us one. Give us your favourite. Don't give them all. Don't need them all.
That's what she said.
Right, I'll tell you the most interesting one then, right?
Yep.
So it comes from an ancient Norse mythology. According to happier versions of the legend, Baldur, he was killed by an enemy's arrow made of mistletoe. His mother, the goddess Frigg, wept tears onto the arrow. I know what's her name.
That's why we
Frigg.
go, frig's sake.
Yeah, it's just blame her for everything. She wept tears onto the arrow. Her tears turned into white berries that she placed onto Baldur's wound, bringing him back to life. And overjoyed, Frigg blessed the mistletoe plant and promised a kiss to all who passed beneath it.
I might start making up shite like that.
She's a slut, isn't she? That's
Because-
basically what that's saying.
But that is a pile of shite. That
Think
did
so?
not happen. Somebody did not die because they got stabbed with mistletoe, and some woman came over and cried tears of berries on him, and then whatever happened after that, I tuned out. But to be honest, that is so stupid.
I know.
And people have probably made money out of making that shite up.
Probably.
And there's people at university studying that shite.
I
Greek
know.
mythology.
Do you think it's
Oh,
all made
F
up?
off.
Do you think it's all made up?
Or about her cranberries.
No, about the thing. I wonder, is that where the cranberries got their name?
Cranberries? The
Cranberries?
cranberries?
Yeah.
We are just pitting the world
I know.
to
I know.
right today, aren't we?
Right, last one. Christmas crackers. Why do we have them?
Because,
'Cause I need to get my shit jokes out there.
yeah, why?
Right. Tradition tells of how Tom Smith of London invented crackers in 1847. He created the crackers as a development of his bonbon sweets, which he sold in a twist of paper. It's not interesting. So he used to put bonbons in wrappers and
Mhm.
twist them around them, and that's where you get the sort of cracker look. And they're the origins of the traditional sweet wrapper. And as sales of bonbons slumped, he began to come up with new promotional ideas, hence putting like jokes in them and little sort of novelty things as well.
Oh,
So there you go.
I do like a bonbon. I'm glad it came from bonbons. Are you doing it? That's what she said?
That's what she said.
Really?
Yeah.
Does that
Do
sit
you know why
there?
people have turkey for dinner as well? This
Oh
doesn't really
Jesus,
explain
I'm
it.
bored
but
of these facts.
I know. But somebody's out there and their mind's getting blown. Do you know what I mean? Probably that storm. So I'll just tell you about this one, right? Prior to the
You've
turkey
got 10
tradition,
seconds.
Christmas fare included roast swan, pheasants and peacocks. A special treat was a roast boar's head, decorated with holly and fruit. Henry VIII was the first English king to enjoy turkey, although Edward VII made eating turkey fashionable at Christmas. And Diona has died.
Of boredom.
It worked.
Died of boredom.
I am single. Chicks, hit me up. What are you doing? You're wrecking the place. The noise of
just-
you on these
yeah,
mics.
My earphones fell off my head. All right.
All right.
Enough of school time.
Right. We're going to do one here as well. This is
On a
one that we don't do
Savior's
too often.
Day.
where are you?
What are you trying to do?
That's down there.
Another. That's what she said.
Nope. Hey, Diona. Why are you doing the robot?
It's really bad, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've never understood the concept. It didn't.
Right, tell us what you filmed last week and when is it on?
8 out of 10 Catskills Countdown. It's on
Bullshit.
Christmas night. I could be on that show if I wanted to be Sean. Yeah, so last week I filmed, I think I'd said in the podcast last week, I filmed a like a trail for BBC NI. And it's basically me reciting a poem to camera that's written by a local poet called Colin Hazard. And brilliant poem. And throughout me reciting it to camera, it's a montage and shots of all the things that have been on BBC NI throughout the year. And we were sent, I was sent a cut of it yesterday. It starts to air on TV tonight or tomorrow night, so I'm not really sure. So probably won't know by the time we actually put this podcast out tonight at 8 o'clock. But
look out for it on
you
on
might have
BBC.
seen it. It starts tonight or tomorrow night.
It'll be on social media and stuff too in the next few
yeah.
days, won't it? There'll be there's a 2-minute version and a 60-second version.
And a 90. I think
And a 90 second.
it'll be on social media and it'll be on TV on BBC NI as well. But you said it yesterday, it looks really, really good, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's very goosebumpy. You know, it makes you really proud to be from here, whatever you decide to call the area where we live. But
Yeah.
it's class. It's a really
I think the
great
words of the poem are perfectly matched with the shots and images you see
Yeah.
of. But it's really great stuff. Like, you know, like in it you see like lots of sports accomplishments, which there's been loads of in 2018 from different groups and sports people from here. And all the dramas that's been made here, and it really is great. And you sort of say, geez, God, the BBC and I have made quite a lot of good stuff. And also you watch a lot of it and you might, it's actually a lot of the stuff is in it is real people as well. It's actually not many clips of too many actors. It's lots of clips of real people and documentaries. And
There's a few clips of the documentary series they made about the Mourns in it too. The Mourns, that's great. That's a great show. Did you watch it?
no, but I know
It's
what you're talking
class. There was parts of it too. I was like, where the hell's that? I've never
Yeah.
seen that place before, but a beautiful spectacle. Great
Yeah.
place. Great place in the world.
So that'll be it in the next over Christmas. It's nice to be involved in that.
And
Nice to be
Good
nice.
idea.
Nice to be asked.
that's it.
That's it.
Right, we're going to play another game now. We are going to play a game called
Next
Line
of the song.
And do you know what? It's pretty self-explanatory.
Mhm.
It's pretty self-explanatory.
But you don't have a jingle anyway.
I do. I have two jingles. One of them is far too violent to play
Use
on.
the other one. Violent.
Yeah.
You wouldn't describe it as violent.
Well, you're talking about murdering families, so
Yeah, but a song can't be violent.
all
It
right.
can be offensive. But if it was violent,
Excuse me. Excuse me. I know you're in the middle of a circus, but can you tell me what the next line of this song is?
That's Barry.
Thank you.
I love the way you're like, I know you're in the middle of a circus, because like a circus isn't the name of the performance. I think that's the name of like the tent. Like, do you
I
know, as
know,
if
I know.
like, or the whole thing as a concept.
It's like walking on stage and going, I know you're in the middle of acting.
Yeah,
Is it?
like you mean a show? Yeah.
Right, so next line of the song, I'm going to, we're going to, with 5 each?
Yeah.
Or do you have 4? Like
I have
normal?
5 because I just did one whilst we were in the middle of the podcast. So
That's what she said.
Right, so we're going to do 5
it
each.
wasn't sexual. It was more like a.
That's what she said.
I'd farted.
I know, but I don't think I have a fart noise, just,
No, but if I'd already
Good to
farted, it would
go.
have been pointless. You doing a fart noise.
I know. Right, so let's go one at a time here. So you do one, I'll do one.
That's what she said.
Go.
Okay, so do you want me to sing the line or just say it?
Sing it.
Where the treetops glisten and children listen.
You hear sleigh bells in the snow, something
I'll give
like
you,
that.
it's two here,
Two
sleigh
here.
bells. If you can name the song for a bonus point,
Michael Bublé.
that's the artist.
It's answered every question.
No, that's the
Right.
artist. Just don't need the
And
artist
may
because.
all your Christmases be white. Hello, hello.
So what do you call the song?
White Christmas.
Yes, so you've got 2 points. Congrats.
All right. Your first one.
Yeah.
May your days be merry.
And may all your Christmases be white. White
Yeah,
Christmas.
The song for an
So
extra
if I
point.
get 2 points.
Well done. Yeah, 2 points.
Okay.
Number 2.
My mother will start to worry.
My father knows where I'll be.
No.
My father will be
pacing
pacing the floor.
No, you didn't get it. So
Pacing
what's
on
the
the floor.
song called? And you can maybe get a point.
It is called Baby It's Cold Outside.
Yeah. So there's 3.
All right, my number 2. My sister will be
No way!
suspicious.
Stop
It's number
it.
4, but I did
Oh,
it
right.
for comedy value for the podcast.
Are you going with that one then?
My sister will be suspicious. My
My brother
brother
will
will
be
be-
there at the door.
well done.
Yes!
Brother will be there at the door. Name
I've
the
got
song
4.
for an extra point.
Baby, it's cold outside.
Yep. Number 3.
Okay, hold on.
You just typing one out as we go. You had 4 again, didn't you?
No, I lost the thing that was up. Okay.
Wait.
That's what she said.
Imagine during sex someone's like, I lost it.
I lost the thing that was up.
Okay.
Number 3. That's when you piss on shit.
I don't know the tune to this line.
Did you ever go for number 5?
Think of all the fun I've missed.
And all those times that we got pissed.
No, think of all the fellas that I haven't kissed.
Haven't kissed.
So if you can name a song, I'll give you a wee point.
Best time you're in love with me. It's not. Oh, you've ruined it now. I don't.
Think of all the fun I've missed. Think of all the fellas that I haven't kissed.
Your Christmas tree. Da-da-da, I don't know. I can't remember. Rockin'
Try
a
again.
rock.
Think of all the fellas.
I
that
know
I
we've done.
could've
I know.
kissed. Next time I'll be my Christmas tree.
I don't know. I can't remember. I can't. All I can think of is
Santa baby.
Santa Baby.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
So you still got 3. That is hilarious. Right.
Okay. You're number 3.
Yes.
Right. Sorry. I'm trying to think of the actual.
Sean.
Excuse me. I know. I'm trying to think of the rhythm of it, so that
The chin.
the tune, yeah,
The
so I can
rhythm
set
of
you up. I know.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Right. I'm just gonna say it because I can't remember the tune of it. You'll be doing all right with your Christmas of white, but I'll have a color.
Green,
Blue,
blue,
Christmas. There you go. Name
Is
the song. for
Blue
another point.
Christmas?
Blue Christmas. Who sang it?
Bubbles.
Oh,
Buble. So I've got 6 points.
Elvis. Yeah.
Okay.
6-4.
Your 4th one is our newborn king to see.
Bum.
Pa-rum-pa-pum-pum.
Pa-rum-pa-pum-pum.
And what do you call it?
Angela in the office doing karaoke. Shepherd's
No.
Rum-pa-pum-pum. I bring my wings to
Watch what
your
I'm doing.
pa-rum-pa-pum-pum.
The name of
Little
it.
Drummer Boy.
Little Drummer Boy. Well, it's just called Drummer Boy, but
Okay.
okay.
Number 2. Sleigh bells ring. Are you listening?
In the lane, snow is glistening.
Well done. In the lane.
Aye.
I thought it was in the land, but it is in the
No.
lane.
Beautiful Sarah. Walking in a winter wonderland. Winter wonderland.
Yeah. Well
so
done.
I've got fucking 8 out of 10 so far.
Yep.
Holla. Okay, your last one is Say what's a bonder for you, the friend you know.
But don't say trick or treat, because it's not Halloween. Well
What's
done.
the song?
It is Rodney, Have a Jeepers Creepers Christmas. Christmas Shazam number 1,
Is it-
2015.
I was going to say that.
Raised hundreds of pounds for local charity.
Is it say what's a bonder for you, the friend you meet?
The friend you know.
That's grand. I did right.
Don't
No.
say trick or treat.
It's
It's
not Halloween.
Well done. My last one.
Are you all biz that I included your song in this? Did you not think to do that?
I don't get any royalties.
I know, but it's still we're still talking about Rodney's Jeepers Creepers Christmas.
Fair play to you. Number 5, last but not least. Christmas time. Mistletoe and wine.
Children singing lesbian rhymes. I don't know, what is it?
Christian rhyme.
I think I should get
The
that.
opposite of lesbian.
Because you didn't let me know. You let me know too quick. I got that.
No, that's not a... That's what she said. All right, okay.
Oh, you can give me 9. I'm happy to forfeit a point. I can't be perfect all the time. 9 out of 10 then. You got 7. Well done.
Well done. There we go. That's the end of that game. That was
That
epic
was a fun
bonds.
wee game.
Epic bonds.
Enjoyed
I
that.
think that's all our games as well.
We're also coming up at 45 minutes here, so I think we should wrap it up.
Do you want to wrap
like
it
a
up with a wee bit
Christmas
of
present.
topical joke of the week, and then we'll get into some gigs?
I thought you said you didn't have topic joke of the week.
No, you says, do I have a
I thought you
topical joke
said
of the week? I said, I have a topical joke of the week.
We're going.
Here we go. Topical joke of the week. Topical joke of the week. So my brother is self-employed. He's a plumber, right? And he went on his staff do last night. And because he went by himself, he brought a sink with him, a kitchen sink, as a bit of a talking point on his staff do. So he got talking to people throughout the night and stuff. He had a great time. He was in all the different bars around Belfast. And I phoned him up about 9 o'clock last night. I says, how you getting on? He goes, I've had about 4 pints. And I says, you having a good night? And he goes, well, I'm a bit tipsy, but the sink's blocked.
I say this every week, but you need to change that. There's the stupidest thing. I don't understand why a woman is screaming. Why is
It's
someone?
just
Why
like
is
a-
someone afraid?
It's just a pathetic kind of... What was that?
No, but the tumbleweed and the chimes of the bell and the
I know, but
toilet
then
and all,
it just
but
it
the
got sillier and
scream
sillier as
is
it went
like,
along.
You told a joke and she went, "Oh man, that's so unfunny." I'm like, I don't get it.
It's all good fun, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay. Very good.
Right, so we do you have any gigs coming up? Have you any
I
gigs
have
in the calendar?
Not. Do you mean
in the distance you do,
gig
don't
gigs?
you? Like,
like I said in stand-up gigs?
yeah.
Not stand-up. No. I'm retired for Christmas.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
I'm doing the Aragil Comedy Club in Belfast, which is next Friday, I'm going to say. 29th. Is that a Friday?
Yes.
So next Friday in the Aragil, myself, Paddy McDonnell, and I think Colin Hegartys is on as well, and I think maybe 1 or 2 other people as well, but I can't remember.
Mhm.
So that's in the Aragil in
That'll be a good
Belfast
night.
on the Ormo Road, and I think it's either £5 in or £7 in. But if you say I have a big banana on the door, you'll probably not get in because they'll kick you out.
They might misinterpret it.
They'll be like, that's nothing to do with us, mate. Move along.
That's the banana show next door.
Aye. And then they'll charge you £5 in. It's a banana joke.
Oh, hello. Well
Thanks.
done.
Oh, you give me 5 there as well.
Aye.
That's good.
All right.
Where's the peelers? That's not it. That's nothing to do with it.
Right. Okay. Thanks very much for listening and watching. And
Aye, fair play to you. You've been here throughout.
that's it.
There's bound to be something that we need to plug.
Just if you like the video version of the podcast, because we've just been experimenting with this, then give it a wee share on Facebook. That'd be nice. Tell your family and your friends and your pets about it, and have a really brilliant Christmas.
Have a great Christmas. Spend it with those you love, and see if you've fallen out with anyone. Just phone them
Sack
and
'em.
say, don't phone them up and go. Do you know here? Sorry about that. Let's
Yeah.
get together.
All right. Have a nice one. Do you know in that last couple of seconds, I was looking at the camera and you were looking at me, and then I was looking at you, and then you were looking at the camera, and then I was looking at the camera and you were looking at me. Who's the guy?
Really? Like Laurel and Hardy. You're the fat one.
Sean!
That's where I'm ending it. Right there.
You're not.